thing as the actual perfect HMO. Throughout our organisation, we have bought Victorian houses right through to brand new build and everything in between. We've bought detached houses, we've bought semi-detached, end of terrace, terrace, bungalows. We've bought virtually every shape and size. The only thing we probably wouldn't buy would be a leasehold apartment, something like that, or a maisonette. But houses, we'll buy anything, because each one of them can have its own identity and can be made to work with the right amount of thinking about it. So difficult to find a nugget there. Then, of course, it's rental demand in that area. Well, to be honest, this HMO model is so widespread and so popular now, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find any area in the country where there would not be rental demand. So there is going to be rental demand virtually everywhere you are. Obviously, we would not talk about villages, really. We're not talking about rural. We are talking about centres of population. So within those centres of population, there's going to be demand. Rental rates, well, we look at, generally what we do is if we look at, I suppose you could call it almost the Bible of room lettings, which is spareroom.co.uk. It's a pretty good judge. If you can find areas where, just look at rooms to rent, that's landlords advertising, or rooms for rent they call it, and get an average of those room rates, those monthly room rates, spread across 2 or 3 pages of entries, and then add 20%. And by doing that, you should be around where we are. And then you look back and you'll see that there will be a few at that sort of level. And that's the sort of rent that we're likely to achieve. That then goes into our spreadsheet, which of course will be set against the purchase price of the house and the sort of refurb costs of the house. Sometimes it's better to buy quite a tumble down, or no, probably not tumble down, but a bit of a, a house that needs a lot of work doing, so that you're really adding value to it, because then you're more likely to get a good uplift in valuation afterwards, which will enable you to get a remortgage and pull more money out to put towards the next one. So you've got all these factors of rental demand, rental rates, and actual the stock itself, the housing stock, which they're all interrelated and they've all got to come together. And it's very difficult to pick one little thing. I suppose if I had to pick one little thing of helping you buy, it's actually the momentum that you need to get going. It's very easy to sit at your comfortable desk with a computer in front of you, looking at a screen and trying to analyse each house. From the floor plan and from what and saying, no, I don't think I could make that one work. I don't think that one's going to work. I don't think that one. And you sit there, and before you know where you are, and months gone by, and you've only done 1 or 2 viewings. When we do our mentoring, we get a short list of about 15 houses, which, and my mantra is it worth viewing? Not, can it be made to work by looking at it on the computer screen? Is it worth viewing? Because you don't know where the drains are until you get there. You don't know how many en-suites you might be able to get until you get there. You don't know if that wall could be knocked down and a room made bigger. You don't know if there's room for that extension out the back, permitted development, or would it go over a drain and you'd have a much more expensive job to do. So until you actually get there, you don't know. So go and view the damn things and don't sit and try to analyse on the computer. That's probably my biggest single tip, actually.